here is my cloud environment. Let's say this is IaaS one, and we do have couple of past things. Okay, so we do have couple of past things. Let's say the past aspects. Okay, so we have one this is my pass instance, SQL pass instance. Let's say Azure SQL underscore pass. Okay, so you can call. Okay, here is my IaaS, and we have couple of databases over here. Okay, so and my on premises, and I have a management studio. I have a management studio. Okay, so here is my management studio. So I'll try to connect from here. That is, you are familiar how we are going to connect. That you guys is very pretty much know. So pass instance how we are going to connect, and IaaS instance how we are going to connect. Right now, once after connectivity of the both the instances, how we are going to do the you know if I have some existing backups, how I'm going to do. Okay, so that is one approach. The other approach is directly from past to IaaS, how we are going to do the restore and backup. Okay, is that backpack or backpack aspects. Okay, so that's what today my agenda. It comes under the migration process aspect. This is one kind of thing. The other kind of thing is we have to use a DMA, data migration assistant. Okay, and we do have DMS as well. DMS. Okay, DMS. So data migration services. Okay, so these are the tools which is provided by the Microsoft. Okay, it is a free tool. Okay, now as far as agenda today is concerned about, you can go and deploy the IaaS and PaaS one and try to connect, and how to deploy even from the existing backups in the storage, and how we are going to do that one, we are going to focus. Okay, let me do that one. Just jump into this portal, and okay, so this is databases is going to available over here. Let me show you all the past databases available. This is enough for me. Okay, SQL DB, and here as my SQL DB1 is available. So by the time what I'm going to deploy, I'm going to deploy SQL server. Okay, so this SQL server, so we are going to deploy, and IaaS end. Okay, so both the things I'm going to do, and now here is my IaaS instance, right? Let it deploy this one. By the time we are going to connect this one from on premises end, and we'll do this backup restore options. Okay, IaaS SQL. Okay, you can put it here. Are we guys discussed about availability group, right? Availability options, we discussed that part. Okay, so at this point of time there is no availability set. That's what it is not configuring. Okay, so if it is there, you can able to opt as well. Okay, now what I'm going to do, you guys is very familiar this one. That's what I'm not explaining here. Okay, so you can use this one SQL authentication as well. Yeah, let it deploy this one first of all, and then now I'm going to export the backup file. Okay, from past to the blob storage. Okay, that I'm going to do now. Let me connect first of all my local server. Hope you guys is following. Okay, so it will take time. This is my on-premises local server. Okay, just a minute. Just we'll move into the portal end. Okay, so what are the SQL databases available? Okay, so here is my Azure SQL DB1 and XYZ DB is available, right? So the if you can go on to see this, try to copy and connect. That this is very much no, right? So the same thing I'm going to do, but I'll try to do restore from on premises end. Okay, so this is though it is in the past. Actually, what we are going to do, so we did in a copy, we did in a restore. These things we performed right in the last classes. Okay, so and even you can able to fetch by using of the backups itself. So if you can go and click the servers, okay, SQL servers. Let me show you SQL servers. This is my SQL servers, logical SQL instances, right? This is my logical instances. From here, you can able to perform anything like, we have a managed backups. Okay, we have a managed backups. Let's say just I'm going to click on this one, that backups which is available over here. So list of the backups is available. It's a kind of based on retention period. Let's say I could able to do this one. Okay, so and and where you can able to restore it, so available backups over here. Okay, so this is typically where you can able to fetch the existing backups. Okay, this is my server, right? And if any database is deleted here, you can able to delete available. There's no database backups over here, right? So let me see this. So here we have backup options. If I have this backup option, so I'm going to click on this. This is having 7 days retention period, right? You can able to change this one actually. Okay, you can able to change this retention period by configuring of these things. We did this one as well, right? So now what I can able to do under this SQL server, and I can able to opt multiple databases. I can able to opt multiple database, creating a new database and import database, and we can able to add pool a new database. If we can click on this one here, the source thing is select the source one. Okay, again you can able to add from here, right? Now I'm trying to connect this server, from on premises, and then I'm going to restore a couple of databases here. Okay, in the past end there is no option at all to do these things, but if you can we can extract from here to on pass to on premises one. Let me show you that one. First of all, I'm going to connect. So by the time I'm going to create one storage account as well. Okay, so how to create the storage account, you guys just know, but I'm going to create new storage account now as part of taking the backup and restore. Okay, so here is my storage account I'm going to create. What is the storage account name? SQL BKP Yes, storage account. Okay, the storage already is taken. Okay, so SQL backups, SQL backup. Okay, let it keep this one. Oh, 2019. All right, it is validated. Where I'm going to store this one, you can keep it as an ES2S. So this options you guys is familiar, right? I'm going to take the general purpose V2 and keep it as an RAGRS, or else we can keep it as an LRS. That is up to you guys. Okay. Use selected endpoints or public endpoints you can able to connect. Next and next, and click on create new. Okay, this is also be required for taking the backups. Just click on create. So by the time I'm going to add this IP to my SQL Server past database instance, right? To connect these databases. Okay, save. Okay, so now I could able to connect, hopefully, right? Just connect. There is no new thing here, but just I'm showing you guys so how to export and do the import the things, right? Yep. Even today we are going to do creating of logins and all. Okay, so this is, I hope, blank database. But there is no table, and this is also no tables. No problem. All right. So if you can see this is my on-premises instance, which is available couple of databases. Here also I have couple of databases in the past. If you can take this is my Puffin database. Okay, so let me take this one and try to extract and extract data tier application and export data tier application. Export data tier application, which referring you DAC pack. Okay, so it is nothing but only schema it's going to export. Okay, so if you guys is familiar, we are going to take like export import option. We can able to do the only schema as well as schema with the data. So same thing, if you can see the export data tier application, it is referring a backpack file. So what it is going to referring, it is going to take as on schema and the data. Whereas the other option, if you can go and see extract, not export, extract here, extract data tier application. It is going to referring you DAC pack. Say this is a DAC pack. Now what I'm going to do at this point of time, I'm going to perform this all the options. Okay, so even you can deploy database to Microsoft Azure database. So this option, when it is going to come, 2012 SP3 and 2014, 2016, 2017 and 19. Okay, let me do this one. Okay, extract data tier application. Okay, so yeah, let me do this option first of all. This is my small database, and you can take this one. Directly this databases I am going to deploy in a cloud PaaS instance. Just click on this one. So deploy the database Microsoft Azure SQL database. Okay, just click next. What it is going to ask you, it is going to connect my destination server. Click connect. So here is my SQL IaaS PaaS instance, and I connected this one now and providing the credentials over here. So do you wish to the same name, or else if you want to move the different name also you can able to put here. Here if you can see the addition of this one, basic, standard, premium, data warehouse, business critical, general purpose. You guys is very familiar what exactly it is. These are all the present here which can able to. Maximum size database if you are basics only 2 GB. If you go for the business critical, you can max to max available 2 terabyte. Okay, so in the last option mostly 32 GB, 4 terabytes. So pass maximum size of the database is 4 terabyte. Okay, so and here I am choosing at this point of time as part of basic thing. Server object is basics, he said. So let it keep this one, and next I did not change anything, just I have connected from on-premises to cloud the instance Azure SQL Server prod, right? See here, this is my source one. If you can see connected this admin name, what is the source data puffin? Source database size is 80 MB. Note that the deployed database might be no larger than target database. Why it is referring? Might be if you are 2 GB, if you are going to take 10 GB size also can able to make it in for that purpose. And here this addition, see this is the condition where I can able to opt this at 2 GB. So temporary file configuration file is located. Just click on finish. It is going to deploy from directly from on-premises database. I am not taking any backups and all, right? So without taking the backup itself, I can able to deploy this one from on-premises to cloud. Okay, so this is a typically real-time environment is going to happen as part of migration, that backup restore and export import and backpack and backpack things. Okay, let it deploy. Okay, let it deploy. By the time I am trying to take my IaaS one, right? So IaaS one also we deployed. Let me see that. Yep, here is my IaaS instance deployment, right? It is going to deploy. It is going to take some time. So without wasting of our time, I want to go and create some backup. This is my storage account. You guys is very familiar how to create the storage account. And here is my container, blob container, where I can able to store my backup files. Here is my container name. So here what I will go prod SQL backups. Okay, so let's keep it is private, no anonymous access. Okay, so let's keep it as anonymous blob and no anonymous access. Anonymous read access and container blob. Blob anonymous access I'm going to give. Just click on OK. Okay, so here is my blob backups. Now just upload any backup file here. Okay, so what I want to go, okay, instead of uploading, I'll go and I'll take the backup here only. Okay, so that is one thing I'm going to do. Okay, just keep aside, and my IaaS SQL Server instance is going to deployed here. Let me show you that and try to connect my on-premise. This is my IaaS SQL VM, which is deployed into the uh, cloud end, right? So with this one, what I'm going to do, here is my DNS one, I'll have in a, actually this is going to do with the DNS team only. Okay, so I don't want to go this too, but as part of our demo agenda, we're going to do this one as well. Okay, so how it is going to work, even I don't know. Why? Because this is DNS configuration setting things. Okay, so let me paste, yes, yeah, 2019. Okay, let it do this one. Okay, so it is not accepting. Okay, so mostly it is going to accept. uh, the domain name is invalid and it can only lower cases. Yeah. Yes, SQL VM. Yep. Now save it. Okay, it's required a restart. Anyhow, we're going to restart this one and then try to connect this pass. I asked you. Okay, let me restart. Why? Because let me refresh, and under the DS configuration, the server is going to run. Okay. Yeah, still it is in progress. Let it deploy. Yep, it is done. Where I could able to find the name is available and it is running static, right? So what I can able to do, I'll try to go and connect with the public IP. Okay, so I'll try to connect this public IP. So even you can make it as static. Okay, this one. Even you can make it as a static. Let me try to do this static one. Best practice standpoint of it would be always the changes must be in a static. Why? Because keep on the IP address is going to change. This it won't work. SQL application connectivity. So now it is a static one. We're not bothering about the private one. So the private thing is you have to know your network and the VNet and subnet so that you can able to opt during the deployment of this particular SQL server. Okay, so we don't have any private organization, our exclusive organization. When you go for the real-time environment, yes, we do have, will follow the same thing of your uh, environment network things. Okay, so that at this point of we are not going to focus. Yeah, it is running now. Okay, so let me try to connect this one with this IP and just keep aside this one and yeah, this is my IP and I'll try to connect. IP and host name as well. Yeah. Before that, I'll try to connect with my local desktop by using a public IP with user ID and password. We're not able to connect. Why? Because some blackness is going to happen. Right? You see that? What exactly it is? I'm not trying to connect. This is completely server I'm trying to connect. The other option is I'm trying to connect my local SSMS send as well. Okay, so both the ways I'm trying to connect. We'll see whether able to connect or not. So this is my IaaS VM. You guys is pretty much know how to deploy the VM, but the only thing is I deployed inside of the VM. There is a SQL application is inbuilt. That you have to keep in your mind. Okay. All right. So this is my VM. What I need to do, just we have to close this firewall blocking. That's what that is not connecting to my local SMSN. This is the one of the blocking factor to connect the server, right? Let me close, and here is my IaaS SQL Server instance. Yeah. So I'm trying to connecting this log inside of the VM. Okay, this is not a big deal. You guys can also connect, but the only thing is I'm trying to connect with the same instance my management studio. Okay. Hope you guys is following. If you're not able to follow, please let me know so that we can discuss in detail. All right. What happened is get updates. Yep. Okay. Exporting database error is came. Okay. So you see this what is the error? Unable to connect database timeout expert. Okay, no problem. We'll try to one more time. Why? Because it is based upon bandwidth. That's it. Let me try to connect first of all here. Okay, it is connecting with this name, right? No problem. Even I would have to connect with this IP as well. Let's see that one. Here is my VM. I have connected this one with this IP and all. Let's try to connect. Hopefully it is going to work with even IP as well, most probably. Let me try to find out what is the port number. Yeah, it is on 433 only. Okay. See, my agenda, I want to try to connect this IP from on-premises side. Let me share this. It should connect. Only RDP is available. Let's try to add the port numbers. I don't want to do this port 1433 actually. The priority and that is default. Required to add this one. On 433 and the priorities make it as same. Because of my bandwidth, it is going to take much time, but in a real time, it is not going to take that much of time. See, I could able to connect my SQL Server VM, okay, Azure VM, from my local management studio with the IP and port. Even I could able to connect with the host name and IP address. Let's see. I want to show that one as well. Why? Because in both the way we have to connect. Okay, so where is my SQL Server VM? Here is my SQL Server VM, right? I try to connect with this one by using of this DNS name. Okay, just copy this one. Now it is going to connect. I try to connect even DNS name. See, F2DNN inside of the VM, outside of the my on-premises and hopefully it is going to connect. Just click to connect. The instance mapit is going to connect with this IP. We'll see this. This is the VM name, right? By default, the SQL server is going to connect with this one only. So why can't we connect with this Windows authentication? Let's try. Yeah, I'm able to connect, right? So in my local desktop and also I could able to connecting with this IP and this F2DNA, right? So these are the multiple ways which can able to connect, okay, from on-premises to cloud end, and you guys can also try your end. But my agenda to backpack and backpack, right? We'll see that one now. This cancel. I already connected here multiple things. Okay, we'll try to do now export and importing. Okay, so this is my on-premises management studio, right? Let me create and take the task and try to deploy this one. Okay, so next and try to connect. Here is my instance. Yep, connected. You need to count the password. Yep, this is a just keep it as this and try to deploy. Finish.
బిస్కెట్ వేస్తే కృతజ్ఞతగా ఉండాలి. ఒక్కొక్క బిస్కెట్ వేస్తే కృతజ్ఞతగా ఉండాలి. ఒక మనిషి ఇతను సహాయం చేస్తే కృతజ్ఞత ఉండాలి. ఇటువంటి మంచి ముఖ్యమంత్రి, ఇటువంటి మంచి అవకాశం ఇచ్చినప్పుడు కనీసం మీ క్లాస్ కొట్టడానికి కూడా చేతులు రావట్లేదు. చాలా అన్యాయం ఇది. అందరూ మార్పు రావాలి.
Might be it is having much data, that's what it is taking time. We'll see how much size of this database. First of all, it, no problem. What about this established databases? Extremely, right? I'll do this one, okay? So it is going to take time. Okay, I don't want to waste. Let me take this one and try to reply. Okay. For this, I'll make it as a new database name. Test. Okay. SDB. Just next and deploy. I don't think so it is going to take much time. We'll see. See, I'm creating just uh, one dummy database in a cloud end, okay, by using of my management studio, not in cloud VM. Okay, so even you can able to create over here. Okay, but I created in my local management studio here. Okay, so let me show you that. Okay, whether it is reflected or not. So refreshing it. Yeah, it is available, right? So what I'm going to do is uh, I'll go and I'll deploy from here to this my pass instance database. Let me try to connect this. Get to SQL databases. I don't know why it is going to take so much time. This is not running. This memory is 100% utilizing. That's what. Okay, no problem. Let's see. Let me do this pass instance, and I am going to IaaS SQL Server VM over here, and I'm try to connect even from SQL Azure VM and Azure SQL admin, and here is my password. Okay, just try to connect TCP/IP and log. So hopefully it's going to connect. So this is my IaaS VM database, and I'm going to deploy this password. Okay, just let us be. Okay, so you mean it is password. Okay, let's try to deploy this here. So at least we'll see. So the one aspect is this is my IaaS VM, and try to exporting the directly migration from IaaS VM to PaaS instances. Okay, so yep, it is done. Why? Because both are in a cloud in. That's what it is. Move fast. Okay, so let me see this one as well. So it is now completed with a fraction of seconds. Okay, so just me here. Where is that? Close it. See this. Oh. Okay, see here, cloud to cloud, it is moving, but it should get even on the sister cloud and as well. We try to do that one. So here is exportation is completed. Just it is validation. See here, the exporting schema, and validating the schema, data package and validating schema, data from and export data, and even if you're able to get it done by the update database package schema, even analyzing the problem data. Okay, so this is what typically the same thing it should go and happen even here as well on to to cloud, but it is not happening. Uh, okay, so we'll do one thing from IaaS to cloud end. So what I'm going to do, this is my local system, and I'm trying to go and do this by using backup, export data type application, register data type application, generate the launch, and all right. As you can see here, the backup option over here. What I'm going to do now, the backup option, I don't want to go take in my local system. Just I'm looking here. Instead of that, I have a URL. If you can see this in URL, so As I told you, this portal and I have enough storage account. Directly I'm taking my local system to direct storage account. Okay, just go to this backup uh, container and click on container. And here is my backup folder, right? So if you can see here, it is going to give this. Okay, it's going to give you guys this one. Go to properties. This is my property. Okay, so this is the URL. Just go to local system and add the URL. Normally, what we are going to do? Okay, so we are going to do the backup file here. Shared access signature is required, right? Directly your local system, NAS system, you are going to take. Just close this. Here is my shared access signature. Shared access signature. Yeah. See, there's my shared access. It's nothing but our credentials, user the password. Okay, so generate shared access signature. This connection string. Okay, just copy this. Paste it over here. And paste it. Okay, just okay, and script out new window is going to generating the yep. Yep. This is my backup file and the script. Everything is get it ready. Yeah, it is valid one first of all. So I'm not going to take in my local system. It is directly going to take available into the storage account. Okay. At this point of time, I just go and back. Here is my storage account. This is my storage account. And under the storage account, I have a container. Okay. As you can see this, I don't have any backup files here, right? As you can see, nothing, not found, right? Let me go and do this thing. With this extension name, I'm going to get one backup file. We can see the backup file is talking backup date and timestamp, right? So in that aspect, I'm going to just execute here. Okay, so it is going to give the information output result. The backup is going to available directly in the cloud store. Yep. Something went wrong. Operating system error. All right. Just remove this one. Okay. So again, I'm going to add new container. The storage account name, we have to go and fetch, sign in here. You take the credentials for it. Yeah, I don't think so. It is going to ask password. Yep. Now under this subscription, this is my storage account. If you guys can see, this is my storage account, right? So what is a blob container under this one? Let me fetch. This is my blob container, prod SQL DB, right? I'm not going to do anything over here, but if you can observe, this is my SQL prod SQL backup. Right? Let me generate the credentials here. This is my, when it is going to help, it is going to help us during the restore point. Okay, so this is skip here. All right, just go and click OK. Now, if you can, modify, you can able to modify here. Okay, so I don't want to give this much of name. Let me keep it as backup file name as, this is my on-prem, right? On-prem I'm going to give for the name convention. That's it. This is my local server. This is my local database, and I'm trying to take the backup to the cloud. Okay, so let's make it as a script out again. Yeah, generated the script. Let's observe this script and all. You guys can get clarity on this one. So this, yeah, if you can see, taking the backup to, this is blob container in a SQL prod storage account name. The backup file name is on-prem backup. So the name is performing database backup, and the skip and the status is done. Even I could able to change this one as I told you. Okay, let's do this. Let me validate this, and then I try to execute. Now if you can see, this is the backup file is going to available into the cloud end. Just before we got some error, so it is an expected error only. Why? Because I have not given a proper credential details. So that's what it is referring an operating system error, right? Let me show you this. Okay. The operating system error. Where is this? The access credentials over here. Let me change this one. Oh, wait, okay. Block. Let's see now. Done. See here, this is deployment is completed now. Let it uh, master database. So guys, just now I created and it is executed. If you can see, this backup is available into the cloud storage end. Okay, the one which you are referring, hopefully it is some error is going on. We'll try to do that one as well. Okay, see if you can go and check it out in this blob storage end. I have an backup file. See here, Puffin backup 2019 system backup file. We'll say that before one as well. I'll back to here again. This uh, back and storage, lab storage, see this one now. So there is some no access credential issue. Okay, so I'll check and I'll update that one. Okay, so at this point of time, we're able to perform directly from on-premises to cloud and backups. We have two storage accounts. The one which you can see this under the SQL RD dialog SQL storage account is available. I can able to directly perform multiple backups over here. Okay, so you can see just before, okay, one backup file is available, right? I can able to change this one, and one more backup is going to upload here. This is my uh, backup file. Okay, so if I'm going to click on this one again, my the backup file name I could able to change it. Okay, so I'll be able to change this backup file name even like this. Okay, let me try to do this backup content. This set is good. So again, it is going to with this backup file name from the cloud and is going to. Let's see whether it is going to do that or not. Yeah, it's completed. You can see the puffin log file is a, and it is going to take only the 16.7 716 16 seconds only. Okay, so let's go and fetch into this cloud and just refresh here. That's it. If you can refresh here, the backup file is available. See here, perfect backup on from back dot back. Okay, so from here you can able to restore. From here you can able to restore this way. Okay, so you can able to restore here as well. So where I can able to fetch this one. Let me show you. This is my IaaS instance, right? So restore. From where I can able to restore this one. See the same thing here. Just I want to take this device URL, right? I could able to restore. You can see this storage container name. From here you can able to restore. Okay, so as it is. So containers. me show you this again. Yeah, here is my credentials there. This is good for me. Close this. I'm going to remove, and again I'm going to add, okay, container. I'm going to do this. Choose register the controller. Which one is? This is the one. Okay. Okay. Now, I want this credential as a that's small. We'll take it new again once again. Yeah, I'm going to take this one. And my folder block container. Yes, this is the one. Right? This credential is required for me. This credential is required. Just copy it. You can keep this one somewhere. Notepad. Just keep it here. Go to restore now. Restore. Yep. What's this? And device URL. Add URL. Okay, so this is my registered one, right? So this is my shared access. Just click OK. So it is going to navigate and connect my container here. Okay. So let me show you this. See, these are the backup files which is available in the storage. Just this one I require. Okay, click OK. Click OK. But at this point of time, my storage end, which I'm going to restoring, the different database is available here. Okay, so let it validate. Why? Because it is going to validate that one, and restoring the database name, I'm going to make it as a different. Okay. Yep. See, this is my backup file. It's validated. I'm going to make it as new. Okay. So verify backup mode is not required. So just make the script, and it is going to generating the script, and we are good to go and deploy, and it is going to restore here. Okay, just execute. So over here, that's going to restore with this backup. Just a minute, boy. Okay, just please go. Hold on. Just going to execute it. Let me see and refresh it. See, this backup is executed and restore is happened. Why? Because there is no subsequent to log backup is available. So that's what it is going to show you guys. Okay, so other than that is quite good. And you can restore it from cloud to on-prem system cloud and cloud to, here also you can able to restore it. Okay, restore the database. The same thing which is going to happen over here as well. Let me show you this device. Go to device in and add file or URL. So I don't want to put a file here, right? So it isn't available under the. So the registered container it's required. Okay. What is the container registered container over here? Let me show you this registered container. Till here the registered container. Okay. This is my container. The option which I'm referring currently. Okay. You see. Guys, is you're following right? Satya?
Yes, yes, buddy. Yes.
Yeah, Beman. Okay.
Okay.
So how much time it will take, Bemana, again?
Yeah, it is going to just 5 to 10 minutes. I'm closing this one. No issue. Okay,
Okay.
just only 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, here is my Azure SQL. Okay, so now the credentials over here. Okay, and here is my backups. I'm taking now this one now. Before I have taken this, but before what I did is on-prem to cloud storage to on-prem I did. Now on-prem backup is going to available in the cloud storage and from the cloud storage to I'm restoring to the SQL IaaS VM. Okay, so we have to ask one doubt why we are going to restore the past one. As I told you guys, the backup option is completely the past is going to taken care by Microsoft. That you have to keep in our mind. Okay, so here is option is as usual with recovery and all, and just
You mean to say we cannot restore the copy in a passive environment, Bemana? So what is taken care by the
See
Microsoft?
that this is backend is Microsoft. Just I showed you right that the backup concept, like the base upon retention repair, they're going to take care and do the things. But this is only plain pass one. But we do have in a managed instance that we can able to do. Okay, so we'll do that one.
Okay.
Okay, we have
Okay.
couple of options to explore that one as well. Okay, so this way you cannot able to do.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
just click on script out and you can able to execute. It is going to restore in my cloud IaaS instance. Okay, that you have. IaaS VM, right?
It's not audible, Bemana. Your voice is breaking up.
Oh, is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah. See, this is my actually IaaS VM, right? So if you can see here, this is I am not performing inside of the VM. I am performing exclusively in my yeah. Could not obtain because of the database in use. Okay, so might be somewhere we are going to use. Same thing, tomorrow. Okay, so it's already exceeded, more than nearly it is 1 hour. Okay, so no issue. So the restore and backup to how we performed into this, the same thing we are going to do this one. And tomorrow we are going to explore about DMS, DMA migration concepts things. Okay, so even I'm going to perform a couple of backup restore and options. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. So we'll discuss just 5 to 10 minutes, and or else if you are okay, and or else you can wind up today, and we'll sync tomorrow and same time. Okay, I'll let you know the timelines. So
Vimla, once done, can you upload this video?
yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
do that finally. Okay, just it is going to
This is a
take
huge
some.
topic, right? We
Yeah,
need to review
yes,
almost.
yes. I'm